see if I can fix that. There. Hello. Welcome back. We are back in the pottery studio for the first time this year. Well, yesterday, the day before, I worked in the studio a little bit. Let me rearrange things as people roll in. There. I need my wiggle room back. How is everyone? Hello. I'm going to tilt you down a little further so you can actually see what we're working on today. There we go. Okay, I'm going to need some supplies. So I have my first farmer's market of the season in a week. I don't know why I do this to myself. Thankfully, I think I have some products from last year that I can sell. Since I haven't made anything yet this year, this is my first day actually like working in the studio. So yeah, we'll see. Also, in the spirit of Mother's Day, I'm gonna invite my mom on as a little guest. So watch for that. It's coming up. So I don't have much clay left. This is all black porcelain I have. This is my terracotta. I think I'm going to focus on using up this terracotta today. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. See this black bag back here? That is a huge thing of stoneware. We're not worrying about that yet. We're going to focus on these clays because these two I can fire at the same temperature. So that is nice. Let me see if I can get more light on me. There. Hopefully that's a little better. Okay. So let's see what we have happening, the goings on. So, terracotta, this is what I think we're going to work with today because this feels like it might be way too squishy. Way too squishy. Awesome. Love that. Super cute. Yeah. This is, yeah. Ew. This is way too squishy to work with, but I'm going to leave this to air out while I work. Getting notifications. Hello, welcome to the pottery studio. We got some gross clay. So I'm going to leave this one to dry out a little bit more. And we're going to use the terracotta today, which is over here. My wheels aren't working. I might need to oil them. Okay, let's see what we got to work with. Like I said, I have not been in the pottery studio once this year. I haven't had a single second of time. Ooh, this is good. This is like a good, yes. Hello, Jerry. This is perfect. Okay, so I want to make like a little trivet. Last year, I wove some clay and made a little basket that I have in my room, and I want to weave the clay again. Wow, the words are hard. To make a little trivet. So this piece is a little bit damp, so see how it's like really squishy? I'm just going to set it over here. And it'll dry as we work with this clay. That is a little bit better. I'm just going to probably take off the portion that's really damp on the bottom for right now. Or you know what? I'll just set it over here. Oh yeah, it's like all slippy slidey. And then whatever clay I have left, I want to try to make some little candles. Last year I made jumbo-sized candles. Let me get my cutty thingies. That's the proper term, by the way, you guys. Cutty thingies. Cookie cutters. That's the word. I got some really nice circular cookie cutters. I'm going to just fold this and set this aside. I think this is also terracotta that I had to water down, so I'm leaving this out also to dry. Hopefully, eventually, it'll become more solid. Okay, cookie cutters. So I have a couple sizes that I'm really grossed out by my finger right now. Let me wipe that off over there. Okay. So last year I made the candles like this big around. So just imagine like a candle like this big, yay tall. But I don't want to make them that big. I want to go a little smaller. So that's a little too small. Kind of between this size and this size. Let's see. Like if you were buying a candle, they're such similar sizes. I feel like I'm crazy, but it's much smaller. Like you can see the circumference difference this way. So I feel like that. I'm trying to decide these two sizes. They're barely. I think I'm gonna go. They're like, see, they're barely a different size, but I'm trying to decide. Because these are the size of the big candles that I'm selling. And I want to make smaller ones that I can sell for a little bit cheaper. So either that much tinier or that much tinier. Or am I just crazy and they're not that big of a difference? I think I'm going to go with this one. Because I can always make this batch of candles. And if I don't like it next year or next kiln firing, I'll just... Can I close this? No? Okay, whatever. Next firing, I'll just change it up. So, yeah, I'm going to start working on those. But before I do that, I need to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb mode because I'm getting so many notifications. And I'm going to invite my mom. Sorry, I'm so close. To join us. For Mother's Day, little Mother's Day live stream with my mom. There. I sent her the link. We'll see if she joins. We'll start getting to work. Because we've got things to do. I need to brush this off first. Where's my broom? This is my broom that I use. It's just a really oversized paintbrush. I'm so excited that it's warm enough in the pottery studio again, and I have time to get back in here and doing live streams with you guys. The groundhog, I hate glug. What? I don't know the groundhog lore. There. Squeaky clean. There we go. Okay, set these. And then where's my little wire? Okay, setting this. Keeping it on the board. I'm going to take some of this clay. I want you guys to see this because it's so satisfying. And then watch. This comes right off. Easy peasy. Set that aside. Oh, there's my mom. Trying to join. Did it work? Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Everyone
Hi.
say hello to Mom.
Hi.
So
Hi, Mom.
I've decided I'm only working with the terracotta and the black porcelain because it's the smallest amount of clay that I have left. And they all fire at the same temperature.
What are you making for me?
Nothing for you.
Nothing for me.
Not right now, because I have to show you how gross. I added too much water to the black porcelain. And it's like...
Oh.
Like toothpaste. Ah, it's falling. Oh no!
Yeah, that
So
won't work.
It's too damp to work with, but I'm going to leave it out to air dry while I work.
I think damp is a little bit of an understatement.
Yeah, it's a bit much. So I'm working with the terracotta. I want to make, you know how last year I wove some of the fabric, not the fabric, some of the clay, and I made the little basket.
Yes.
I want to make a little trivet that matches that for my room. And then I'm going to make some candles, but I'm making them smaller. Like this isn't the super huge size like I made them last year.
Yeah.
So I'm making medium candles. because I think I can get a bunch of those made maybe in time to fire. Okay, I'm gonna set this over here. No, I'll leave this here. Set this aside. Is there anything in particular you want? You can start making requests now.
Yeah, more
But
of the gray cylinders.
I don't know if I have enough clay to make any more of those. You might
Ah,
have to special order some black porcelain. We'll see. We'll see if I have. I might have. No, I don't think I have enough for that. I don't think I have enough for that.
no.
I have the stoneware though, so I might be able to use the black glaze on that.
Will that make it
And
gray?
I don't think so. I don't know if I have a gray glaze. No, I don't have a. I don't have a gray glaze.
How did you make the cylinders, the gray cylinders before?
They're black porcelain with clear glaze on it. And the clear glaze is kind of like milky and weird.
I see.
Yeah.
I
It
didn't
just kind of
realize I had
happened to work out like that.
I didn't realize I had porcelain.
Yes, of course you do. You are spoiled. You have an in-home potter.
Well, I'll start making my wish list. How's that?
Yes, yes. My clay, my new 50-pound bag of clay is supposed to come tomorrow.
Oh, well then you can make my stuff out of that.
Yes. I also have, I don't know, you can't really, no, you can kind of see it. Do you see this black bag? That's a
No.
big pile of stoneware. So that's what I'm going to use next
Is
to
that what
make
you're going to
stuff. And
use at the
that's
pot?
a great,
Is that what you're going to use at the pottery classes?
no, I'm going to use up the stoneware for me.
I see.
I'll use the new clay that I bought for the pottery classes. If there's any of the stoneware left, I might use it, but it depends. I haven't rolled out a slab in a while. I forgot how much work this is.
That can be your next big investment is a slab roller.
Yeah, I think I would really like a slab roller and a tabletop extruder. I think I would really like those things. How loud is the music on the in this? How loud can you hear it? Is it too
It's not
loud
that
or
loud. No,
oh good.
it's just background.
Perfect.
So what are you making with that slab? I forget.
I think with this slab, I'm gonna make some candles. Some tiny little candles. I'm going to lift this up and set it on the other side of this. I do this when it starts to, you know how like the wood gets damp and then it sticks? So I just turn my whole table basically.
That's funny.
There. So much
All
better.
better.
But yeah, once I have all the fresh, although I have the stoneware I can make a lot of stuff that you might want. I know you want cylinders
Yes.
to store things. What else do you want? What do you want?
I'll think about it. Some of the
Yeah,
some of the plants deserve new homes.
they do. The plants do deserve new homes. And
They're
plus, I
really
wanted to make little planters this year.
they're
And
really trying hard.
but I wanted to do planters and do little plants. Remember?
Yeah.
We can do some of our vine. What vine is that we have? The philodendron.
Yes. And we
Almost
have
there.
other things too.
Oh, Tiffany's in the chat. Hi, Tiffany. Welcome to the live stream with me and my mom. Happy
Hi,
Mother's Day,
Tiffany.
Mom.
Hi, Tiffany.
Everybody
Hi.
say Happy Mother's Day. There. Only one air bubble. That's not bad.
No.
Okay. I think I'm gonna scoot my phone back further so you guys can see
At least
a little
roll.
better. There. Okay. Got my spray bottle.
Hi, Tiffany guy.
Got my smoother thingy bobber. And I've got this. Where's my favorite tool?
Huh? You said tool.
There, my favorite tool. This is my favorite tool. I don't know what it's called, but I love it. I don't need to damp this down too much, or else it'll become kind of unworkable. So just enough to smooth it out.
Kind of like our economy. Can you just do that to our economy? Just smooth it
Yep,
out?
I just gotta spray it a little bit and then wipe it down and then everything's fine.
Perfect.
Don't they know that?
Thank you.
That's all it takes, everybody. Okay, now I'm gonna flip it if I can get a hold on it.
Tiffany wants to know what you are making.
We're making candles. Well, we're making the jar for the candle. There's lots of steps. I really like making candles. Did not think it was like, for some reason my brain thought it was so much more difficult to make candles than it is. I don't know why. It's really not that difficult. Plus, I really like smells, like good smells. I'm very particular about smells. So I think that's why I'm good at candles. Some people I feel like don't have as strong of like a sense of smell as I do, or like as you do. And they shouldn't be in charge of making candles. Okay, that's smooth. Now, I think I'm going to cut a couple strips first of the clay. I think I'm just going to make the candles like this yay tall, or I can make them, I've got 3 of these. Trying to decide if I want them to be 2 or 3 tall. They're going to be this big around. I do make my cakes. I make my own birthday cake, but I'm not as good at baking as I am, I think, at pottery. When you say, Mom, I'm not as skilled. I get it done. It's edible, but it's not as like pretty.
I would never say anything negative about a cake.
I think I'm gonna make it 3 tall. Then it'll hold more smell.
Yeah.
Ooh, where are my other sticks? Actually, I lied. I'm gonna use these sticks over here because they don't have weird little ledges, and they're the same height. These sticks are my favorite sticks for using to cut out strips because they don't have this weird little notch. Do you see the little notch at the top?
Oh yeah, those are paint stirrers.
Yeah, these are just sticks. They're just sticks. Brought to you by Just Sticks. Get one outside. There, now I need my sharp tool. I gotta clean it off first. It's not been cleaned off in months. Poor thing. It's been neglected.
Now, how many of these will take to fill the kiln?
I don't really know. I want to make a couple like little candles. I'm kind of like designating my clay. Like this chunk of clay I'm allowed to use for the trivet. And then whatever clay is left over here, plus this one little ball I have over here, I want to try to make some vases, some simple vases, just so I have some variation. So I'm probably not going to make a ton of candles, but it's not like when I do the holiday craft fairs because I feel like I make a ton. Yep, we're making pottery. That's exactly what we're doing.
I don't make pottery.
No, I'm making the pottery.
I use the pottery.
Yeah. Ooh, squishy. Let's see if this is a long enough strip before I keep going to go around. Yes, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna set this here. Transfer all my crap over here so I have somewhere to set the candles as I make them. That would be smart.
How many do you think you'll get out of that piece?
Probably 3. And then I'll have to roll another slab. Like out of this whole slab, not just out of the one piece that I made. See, then I'll take this over here. Oh, where's my stamp? The stamp I made, my little initials. Need that. Gotta press that in. Now I'll peel it up first. There. And then I take this and I usually spray the area on the where I'm setting it with water, because then it acts as glue and then it sticks there. So I don't have to worry about it falling off as I'm working. And then I spray the top with a little bit of water. Probably can't see what I'm doing because it's slightly off screen, but now I'm going to just set it up in the right shape over here. And it's not connected yet. It's just, it's waiting. It's in the waiting room over here. Yeah, that's a good size candle. That'll be nice.
You'll like it. It's nice.
It's nice. Can you hear the cicadas in the video?
Yeah.
I'm playing my own playlist and it has cicadas in it. There we go.
This takes a long time.
It's funny because this is actually one of the quicker things I've done.
I absolutely do not have the patience for this. Rusty is sound asleep and Josephine left.
Bye, Josephine. Yeah, I'm going to have to roll out this part again. It's just not long enough. Steal some of that clay. I have just barely not enough space to cut this out, so I will use what I have left. It's always so hard to peel it up. Rusty. Hi, Rusty.
He's right here.
Is he sleeping?
Here, buddy.
Poor Rusty. So I'm going to make this in a little circle shape over here. Aw, Rusty's on the stream. Rusty!
He's like, this is bull crap.
He's like, I just want to sleep. I'm actually going to trim this right now just so I can steal some of the clay to roll it back out for the bottoms. There.
See, Rusty, if she were to roll you out, that's just what it would look like. That's your color. That's your exact color.
You are terracotta.
What do you think of that?
I feel like this one might not be long enough to do all the way around. We'll find out. Yeah, no, it's not long enough. So I'm going to use all of this clay and roll it out.
Now, see, I would have taken the rolling pin and made it thinner and longer.
No, because then it's too thin and then it breaks. I need a different cutting tool. I'm going to steal some clay from over here as well. There. Okay. Add that in. Yeah.
When is your first pottery workshop?
That is until June.
Oh.
Because the kids aren't out of school till then, so it doesn't make sense to try to host one while they're like doing finals and Plus, next week it's too cold to be out, outside trying to use your fingers. I think it's June 7th. Bring this over here to this side so I don't mess up the candles I'm making. Over there. I'm going to try to make this in a long strip. Okay, I'm worried I'm going to mess up the candles I made, so I need to move them. So here's a little progress report. This is like the size of the candle.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah, yep. I feel like it's a good size.
It's a very good size.
They'll hold a decent amount of wax in there, but they're also not too big that the heat of the flame won't melt it to the edge. That always drives me crazy with a candle if I can't get it to melt to the edge.
Yeah. What's wrong with your face?
He's got a grumpy face.
Yes, he's got a grumpy.
Hi, Rusty. Oh, he's so grumpy. Look at the grumpy lips. Look at his grumpy lips. Oh, he's funny.
He seems to be watching.
This is the best that the co-stream has ever worked. It's not glitching. I can hear you. So I think it's starting to get fixed now. There we go. Almost rolled out. I need to move this over here. Keep having to migrate around the board to the less wet spots where it's not as sticky. Almost. Isn't this fun? Aren't we having fun?
He was watching there for a little while.
Aw, that's because he's a good student. Rusty's such a good boy. He listens and he learns. Ooh. I'm hoping tomorrow to mow the lawn and put down the rest of the clover and the flower. Well, not all the flower seeds because we want to keep some of them. Okay, I gotta rotate.
I think you have like 2 pounds of flower seeds. I think you have like 2 pounds of flower seeds.
Yes. Yeah, I'll mow the lawn. I'll do the other side and the clover seeds. And then I'll put down some more of the pollinator friendly ones and keep some of those for upstairs. Maybe I might do those. I might do some of those. And I'm excited to see what we find at the plant sale.
Yeah, that'll be fun tomorrow.
Yep. There. Okay. Smoothie. Oh, the protein shake stuff that I got that I need to mix better. I didn't even think about making like protein smoothies with it because I just thought about using it as creamer for my coffee.
Yeah.
So I should, and it's getting warm enough now that I can have protein smoothies again and not turn into a popsicle. So I want to try that. I should have bought some bananas today.
Yeah, that's definitely an in-person purchase.
Yeah, because whenever I order bananas for drop-off, they're either very green or very brown. They're never yellow.
And they're almost always bruised?
Yeah. They've seen better days. I think part of the problem is like them bouncing around in someone's car. Okay. Where's the cookie cutter? I need to make 2 cookie cutters. Yes. 1. I'm worried the strip won't be long enough if I do the cookie cutter now. Boo. It's my own fault. I didn't make the strip long enough. Well, it's easier to roll out for cookie cutters than it is for the long strips. So I will just worry about the bottom.
What?
Where's my stamp?
What? Where are you going?
What's wrong, Rusty? Are you not having fun making pottery? There, we have another bottom. So I'm going to set this over here.
He needs a pedicure.
I know, I need to clip both of their nails. They're very bad. I mean, when I gave Josie that balloon, she didn't pop it with her teeth. She popped it immediately with her nails. There. Okay, that's set aside. Now I'm going to use these to make another strip. This is always fun, trying to figure out the placement to get as long of a strip as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, there. I like her, like, this takes so long and it hasn't even been, oop, that was loud, and it hasn't even been a full half hour. You're like, it's taking forever. What are you doing? It's taking forever. Ma'am, it has not even been 30 full minutes. Okay, I'm going to peel this up. Flip it over. I gotta do the back side. Nice and smooth. I wish it was that easy to make my butt smooth.
I wish it was that easy to make my face smooth.
All of the above. Perfect. I'm going to set this aside. Some perfect length. I love when it's the perfect length. I don't have to roll it out again. I do have to roll this little ball out though. But then we'll have 3, and then I can roll out and make my little trivet and then see what I have left.
Yeah.
And whatever I have left, I'm going to turn into some bases. Rusty's watching. Hi, Rusty. Rusty.
He's watching and complaining.
Rusty. That sounds like him. I really need to take the shop vac to this table because every time I do something, dust flies up.
Oh no.
So that's on my endless to-do list.
I would like to hose out that whole garage, but that means it would have to be empty.
I know. We can at least vacuum it. That is doable. There we go.
Don't you wish your students were as attentive as Rusty is?
Actually, a lot of my students are very attentive. Hi again. They're back.
Hi
best part
Hi.
is once this is cut out, I will get to actually sit down. That was weird. I can hear
What?
my own voice through your phone.
Oh, that is weird.
It wasn't doing that earlier. Okay, I'm gonna set this over here.
Tiffany, this is Rusty.
Everyone say hi, Rusty.
Thank you. He knows it too.
Oh yeah, he's very self-aware. He's self-aware yet somehow always confused and always stressed out. Okay. I'm gonna set this over here.
Tiffany
And now I
says
get to sit
hi.
down and connect things. Okay. See, the only downside when I'm standing and working and I'm at like leaning forward like that, my knees bend backwards. So I'm glad that I have to like sit down at some point to like connect the things, because otherwise I'd be standing for hours with my knees bending backwards. Okay. I need to secure this one down.
Does it sit on top of the circle or go around the circle?
It sits on top of it, but I have to trim them to get them to the right size to do that. Okay. Like this one, I'm gonna have to trim it to get it down. It's a little too big right now, but that's good. You always want it slightly overlapping. There we go. Okay. Clean this off so I get a nice clean cut. I always try to cut it at as much of an angle as I can,
How come?
because then they overlap more.
Oh,
You can't connect them like this. You have to connect them like this.
I see.
A little bit of clay. And a little bit of clay. Add that to the pile over here. Okay. Oh, it's sticking.
Now he's
Now
snoring.
I connect the wall before I add it to the bottom. Where did I put my little sharp scratchy tool? There it is. So now I score and slip so I can connect them.
Is Jules a dog?
You're funny, Mom. I wish that's how the internet worked. There, now I line them up and I just pinch. Oh, I just took a divot out of that one. There.
Is Accessories the cat?
Accessories. That would actually be a cute name for a cat.
Except that's what a cat would call you. An accessory.
Who was I? I was talking to someone today, and they said they got a shirt for their sister that dogs see, that said, like on the shirt, it said, dogs see you as family, cats see you as staff. And I thought that was very funny and very true. Except for Bella. Bella's a good cat. She's more like a dog than like a cat. She likes her people time.
Yeah.
Almost done connecting this one to itself, and then I'll connect it to the base, and then it's basically done. I kind of have to leave it to dry longer before I can smooth out the last bits of it. Okay.
You're falling off, buddy.
He's falling asleep.
Yep.
Good sleepy boy. On my fitness channel, I always get asked for people. I always ask to see my feet. I always get weirder requests on this channel, but on that channel in particular, no matter what I'm doing, they're like, feet? Show me your feet? I'm like, no. Weird. I'm like, either do your crunches or leave. Do the burpees, do the jumping jacks or leave. We're almost done with our first candle. Yay! Okay, time to connect this part to the base. There we go, perfect size. And then I just go around the base and I kind of brush upwards to connect it to the top.
Now, how long do they have to wait till you can fire them?
It depends on the weather. It literally depends on how humid it is and or how dry. But thankfully, it's supposed to be dry for the next couple days. So there's a chance that these might dry pretty quickly. I think if they are dry by like Monday or Tuesday morning, and I can do the bisque firing, then I can glaze Wednesday or Thursday. And if I get them in the kiln by either Thursday by the end of day, I'll be able to pull them out and turn them into candles the next day. I prefer to get them in the kiln Wednesday night or like Thursday earlier in the day. Then I can, because it takes about 24 hours for the candle part to solidify.
Yeah.
Although they're smaller candles, which means they'll solidify sooner, which is nice. Kind of depends on how much wax. I'm trying to smooth out the seams so it's less obvious.
Put it in the kiln for a week?
No, I just leave it on the shelf because I have to like smooth out the edges.
No, Tiffany said they made a flower in art class.
Oh, pretty. Yeah, it depends. Like in a studio setting, it's different than an independent artist because you're at the mercy of everyone else's work, like because they need to fill the whole kiln to fire it. So sometimes it takes longer. Here, I'm just basically forcing myself to work very quickly and make a bunch of stuff all at once. There we go.
There we go. All that you made out of clay, Tiffany?
There. This one is done.
Okay.
On to the next. Lather, rinse, repeat. Overlap it first. Try to line up the edges. This one has more overlap than the other one, so it's being a little more challenging. That's okay. There we go. Now I gotta trim it down. I'll probably be able to make 2 vases at least, if not 3. And then I still have pottery left from last year.
Oh,
Not a lot, but enough that I'll have
good,
enough there.
good for a first day.
Yeah. Okay, now thankfully I made so many of these last year. I think I made like 30 of these kind of cylinder candles
Yeah.
that I am remembering how to, like, I have muscle memory. I don't have to think too hard to do it because it's just
Are
the
they all
same
gone?
process over and over again.
Yep. Are they all gone?
No, I still have some of the winter candles left. I only have like a couple of each scent.
Bye, Tiffany.
Bye. There. Okay. Now I must smooth out the hideous seam.
I like the one that you made that the seam looks like it was sewn, like
Yeah.
like a Frankenpot.
Yep. Frankenpot. So it's always harder to do the part on the inside.
Every once in a while, he perks up and looks.
It's like he's checking in. He's my supervisor.
Yes.
Trying to smooth out the seam as much as I can. Hi, Rusty. Hi, sleepy boy. I think after I finish making these 3 candles, that's when I'll end the live stream and I might put on some videos to watch while I make the vases.
You don't find Rusty entertaining?
I don't think Rusty finds me entertaining. He's bored by my shenanigans. Okay, connecting this one to the bottom. I mean, 3 candles in like an hour, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And then it doesn't seem to take you very long to make the
candles. No, I'm able to make
candle
the
part.
candles
Yeah.
while I like do other things too. And then the glazing is going to be so much easier now that I ordered wax resist.
Yeah.
I'll like blink and will be glazed. Okay, time to connect this one. There you can kind of see straight down the center. There, you can see what I'm doing.
I think I have to take him potty.
Well, I think you can go ahead and leave if you want to. It's been over a half hour.
He's not going to have it.
Bye, Rusty. Bye, Mom.
Bye. Have fun.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Bye. Almost done with candle number 2. How nice is that, my mom to join us? Little Mother's Day treat. There we go. It's cleaning up really nice. It's officially pottery studio season, everybody. Smoothing out the last little bits of the seam. Don't want any scratchy parts. So those scratchy parts, after they get fired, are real sharp. And if you glaze them, they're even sharper. So smooth like butter it is. You want smooth like butter. There we go. Okay, another one is done. Ooh, I gotta smooth the inside. Almost forgot. That would have been a close call. Clean this off. And then we'll finish up the last one, and I'm gonna tune out. So I'm gonna lightly cover these so that they have hope of drying quickly. There. Nice smooth seam. Ooh, just a little bit in there. Doesn't really matter. Make sure it's nice and circular. We'll smooth out the edges later. So these two are done. Time to work on this one. And that's what we'll finish up with today. Go try to line it up as best as I can. So we trim it down to size as much as possible. There we go. Okay, time to trim. Good. Ooh, lots left over from that one. Remove that, set it aside, and time to score and slip. Oh, I'm excited to make some faces. I kind of want to like make the vase and then like squeeze it in different spots to give it like almost like a handle on it. There we go. Okay, time to smooth that out. Hello. There, turn so you can actually see. Now I need to get on the inside. This is always the hardest part. time to connect this one to the bottom, and then we're all done with the live stream for today. Hope you guys had fun making some candle jars with me. Scratch the side. I'm going to give this a little bit of a spray. It's just starting to get a little bit dried out, which happens sometimes when it's sitting and waiting for me to do my job. Okay, I'm going to try to line it up as best I can. I try to kind of press down as I brush upwards, sealing the bottom to the top. Okay, almost good. Circle, that's a nice circle. Okay, cool. Time to smooth out the inside, and I'm all done. There. Okay. That one's pretty good. Inside is a little smoother here. Okay, that one. Okay, fabulous. 3 candles, all done. I'm going to end the live stream here. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you liked it. I'm going to try to do more pottery live streams. Probably next week, we might be doing a glazing live stream, which is always so fun and exciting and very soothing. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like meditative. That's it. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed this and tuned in. I hope you have a lovely Mother's Day weekend, and I will catch you guys later. Bye, everybody. See you later.